Okay, so today's knot, we're going to make a Christmas tree. We're going to use a macrame cord, and this is what I'm going to show you how to tie one of these. So I like the dark green. I've added a couple of beads in it to just show you that there's ways of decorating it with potential baubles, and you could stick on a star if you liked. You can make them quite tall. This one's quite a tall one. This one's kind of like a regular triangle, or you can make them quite squat, sort of flat sort of shape. So we're going to try and make one of these. So this is 3mm macrame cord, and it's 175 centimeters approximately is the amount of cord I'm using, which is something like 30 inches. So I found the middle of my rope, and that's going to be this loop here, and then we're going to work from here and tie the knot up. Now I prefer to work upside down, just think it's easier to tie. We're going to find it about 5 inches up, so we'll start from there. Now we have the cord on the left and on the right. So what we're going to do, we're going to lay one rope over like that, and the other one is going to go around the back. Now what we're going to do, to stop this from coming undone, we're going to capture this with this rope like that. And to stop this one from moving around, we're going to capture it by holding it in that loop. So it's this sort of shape. So before we go any further, we need to make sure that's the right length. So I know that my hand from my finger to here is 5 inches. So that's roughly the right length. So, like I say, we're going to work on this Solomon bar. That's what the knot's called. We're going to do a couple of those. So let's go 1, 2, yeah, 2 at least. And then we do literally the same thing, but instead of it being loose, tight, we're going to leave them loose. And I'll show you what I mean. So this one here is the cord on the front. Yep. There's cord on the back. So the cord on the front will always stay on the front, and that's how we keep it nice and flat. If we don't, it will spiral, and I'll link another video to this to show you what I mean by that. So that one goes over the front. One on the left goes around the back and through that gap there. And we're just going to very carefully pull those up. And there we go. So we do the same thing again once more. So the left is the one that's on the top, so that stays on the top, and the one on the right is going to go over, stop this from moving, and to stop this one moving, it's going to be caught by this loop, so we're going to go through there. So if you've got the hang of this knot, that's all we're going to be doing. This one stays over and the other one stays around the back. And like I say, that is the knot. That's all we need to do. So I'll just use this one as a guide. So I've went 1, 2, 3. So this is the next one I'm going to go around and start making the bottom branches. So the one that's on top, which is the right hand side this time, I'm going to go round and loop, Now we're not going to pull this one tight. What we are going to do is tie another knot straight afterwards. And the reason why we're going to do this is going to stop it from unraveling. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Now, what we need to do is keep these the same length, keep them symmetrical, otherwise our tree's going to look a little bit wonky. Okay, so I've got a ruler here. I'm going to use this one as a guide. What did I do this one for? So this first was about 3 centimeters long. So that one is fine. This one's a little bit too short, so let's just tease that out. Now it doesn't matter too much what they are, as long as they're equal each side. So I'm just being a bit of a perfectionist there, making sure that they're equal each side. So we'll do the same thing again. So this one's going to go over. And that one's going to go round back through. And that one's going to go round and back through. So we want to go for probably 2.5 to 2 centimeters this one. Once you're ready, just pull that tight, holding all 4 cords, and that will kind of lock it into place. Now, at one point, if you ever want to make a dragonfly, there's our 2 wings for our dragonfly, and you just keep doing this knot all the way down, and there's your dragonfly. So we'll keep going with our tree. So there we go. There is my tree. I'm happy with that. So just going to cut this off. Now, because it's a macrame cord, you can't melt this. So what you could do if you wanted to is a little bit of glue and just cut that down and stick that down and cut this off. Or if you really wanted to, you could sew it in. I think I'll probably just put a blob of super glue on it and then just trim the ends. But that is that. See, each tree is slightly different, which I love. This one's a little bit shorter than this one. Like I say, you can make different colours, macrame cord. Okay, so I hope this video has been useful to you and you give it a go, and thanks for watching.